Hi there, I'm Sarah from Great Days by Sarah, and today I have for us yoga, but with a twist. We're going to be holding some postures today. So really engaging our core, really focusing on the depth of the posture, and just holding and breathing. So it's not your traditional vinyasa flow, but challenging. So even if you've been doing yoga for decades, this is a great one to revisit, to reconnect with your form, reconnect with your breath, and really challenge the depth of every single pose. We're going to start at the top of our space. We will flow through some salutations, just the version A to get us warmed up. Inhale, arms come down, around and up. Palms meet at the top. And then exhale all the way down, swan dive. Bend your knees as much as you need to as we begin to get started. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. We're going to hold here for a moment, just to warm up through those legs. Power up through that back knee, so the back leg is straight and strong. Hold here, and then step it back to plank. Optional chaturanga, just to 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now in between each posture, we'll be taking that vinyasa flow, but if you don't want to do that today, just meet us back in downward facing dog. Inhale, high on your toes. Exhale, somehow, some way, get your feet to the top of the mat. Tiptoe, hop, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Two more like that, one breath, one motion. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. Here's the only spot we're gonna hold. Power up through your back leg. And then step it back to plank, through your vinyasa, or right back to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, top of your space. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, refold. Inhale, all the way up, just to the peak. Exhale, right back down. Inhale, half. Exhale, fully fold, step it back. Your flow, your upward facing dog, your downward facing dog, or we're just meeting there. Lift your left leg high, hips stay towards the ground. This is the first spot we're gonna hold. So really focus on, are my hips square? You probably need to drop the left one a little. Strongly flex through your back foot. Press through all 10 fingers. And then can you lift it like an inch higher, but not opening your hip? And we breathe. So right leg is stabilizing, so strong. Left leg is as straight as you possibly can make it. 3, 2, 1. We step it through and set up for warrior one. So front foot straight forward, back foot is going to turn in slightly. Coming up, hands on hips to start. Pull your left hip back. Your right hip goes forward. Our ribs naturally splay out. Tuck them in, tuck the tailbone. And then deep bend through this front leg. And when you're ready, lift your arms. Warrior one. You're reaching straight and strong through your arms, but relax your shoulders. We're switching open to warrior two, last breath. Open it up, keep the knee bend. Challenge yourself to keep the bend throughout. Warrior two, deep knee bend, straight leg. My back foot is slightly turned in and I'm pressing down to that outer ridge. Hands on my hips, shoulders are lined up over your hips, and then reach your arms straight out and then gaze towards this front fingertip. Making sure you can see your big toe, so a lot of us cave our knee in. Reach it out, spread it out, making sure you can see your big toe and your second toe. And we hold here. Like I said in the beginning, it's a different type of challenge. If you're like, oh, this is easy, find me a bigger bend through your front leg, fire up through your quad. Feel your hamstring turn on. Let those arms be active. They're just not up, they're really up and pressing. Here for 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna scoot my back foot in slightly, straighten my front leg to set up for triangle. I like a slightly shorter stance. And tick-tock in to triangle, but we're not just collapsing. We're using our core. So both arms are loose. Straight line from your bottom arm to your top, reach it high, and breathe, kicking those hips behind you. Tucking that left hip forward. And then is your arm lazy? Or is it strong? Excellent. Use your core. We're going into half moon. Last breath. I'm gonna have to adjust because I'm gonna run through my window here. Reach it forward. Same hand, same foot. Half moon. You fall out, no worries. We get right back in. My front foot I need to adjust. It turned in slightly. I need it straight out in front like it was for Warrior One. Back leg lifted. Strong flex through it, and then move it forward a little bit, and you'll feel your glute turn on. Breathe. Maybe you can look up towards your thumb. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, Warrior Two. Keep the knee bent, we're almost there. Reverse it, and hold the reverse. Feeling that big opening through your obliques, through that entire side body. Don't lose the bend. Keep it right where it is. Breathe. You got this. Last inhale. Can you reach a little further with the exhale? Keeping the knee bent, find your side angle. All the way over the top. Now you can stay here. For this one, elbow can stay on your knee. Or tuck your hips under, really engage, and reach out. Hold that big beach ball, keeping your chest open. Breathe and squeeze. This is our last posture for this side. So we'll rinse it all out with a vinyasa after this. What do you have? Do you have a deeper knee bend? Do you have a longer reach? Can your back leg get straight? Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Turn your feet facing the same direction. Hands on your hips. We'll rest in Prasarita today. Send your hips back. We're in a wide-legged forward fold. Lots of options for your arms. You can reach behind you through your legs. You can have hands on your calves or the outside of your feet. Or hands can be directly underneath your face. Wherever you are, I invite you to just let your head go. Relax the back of your neck. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then give me a deep bend through your right leg to find Skandasana. If you're low, you're here, hands at prayer. My foot flexed towards the sky. If you're like, I can't do that, that's not my body, that's fine. Come on up, find the side lunge. What I want is to stretch through your inner thigh. So whatever works for you. Wherever you feel the stretch. And then using your hands or not, come on up, other side. Find Skandasana either high or low on the other side. Trying to get that heel on the floor. My calf is tight today. I'm on my toe, but I'm gonna try to sit it back, press my knee away from me, press my hands towards my heart. And then no matter where you are, walk your hands towards that bent leg and take it through a vinyasa or meet back in downward facing dog. So once you're in downward facing dog, upside down letter V with your body, shift your weight to your left leg. Lift your right leg high. Now you'll lift it high and you'll turn out your hip. And it'll ask you to turn your hip down so that your foot naturally has to drop. So dropping the right hip, pulling the left hip back, straightening through that leg, engaging through your core, and just breathe. And we're prepping to go through all the other things on the other side, just like we went through. Last inhale here. Exhale, step it through, find your warrior one. Toes pointing straight ahead. Turn your back foot down. Taking your time, root to rise. My hips naturally kind of go open. I'm gonna pull my right hip back, my left hip forward, knit my ribs under, bind the deep bend. These are all things that I do routinely through my warrior one, but it really makes a difference when you emphasize it and take your time. Arms reach up, making sure my knee is tracking over my ankle and I can see both my front toes, my big one and the one next to it. Excellent. Can you pull that left hip forward a little bit, your right hip back, and then find a slightly different bend? For 3, for 2, for 1, warrior 2. Try not to straighten this leg. We know it's tired, so is mine, but try not to straighten it. Find your warrior 2, make sure your knee's tracking out over your ankle. I can see my first 3 toes actually. Shoulders over hips. Find the arms, find the gaze, and we hold. Back leg is straight and strong. Back foot is slightly turned in. Squeezing those hips forward. Lengthening through your spine. Arms are active, but are they here? Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Don't straighten your leg yet. You have 10 seconds and then we're in triangle. Make this thigh work. Get 3, 2, straighten it out. I need to inch my foot back just a little bit. Inch it in. Send my hips backwards. Reach my hand forward and then find it. That tip into triangle. Now I'm not resting my arm. I'm not here. I'm not collapsing to the floor. I'm really using my core for the entire 45 seconds to hold my body up. Now, if your core's not ready for that, use your hand on your leg, but as slight as you can. And then maybe gaze can come up. You'll notice I have a little bend through my front leg. I tend to hyperextend, meaning my knee goes backwards. So especially in triangle, it happens a lot. So I keep a little bend in my knee, and I invite you to do the same if you're someone that hyperextends. Can you open your chest? Maybe even lean back. Setting up for half moon in 3, 2, 1. Send it forward. Hand comes down, making sure that base foot stays straight ahead. This ankle's a little stronger on this one, so it doesn't like to turn in as much as the other. Can you straighten out your back leg? Can you lift it an inch higher? And then bring it forward a couple inches and you'll feel your glutes, your hamstring, and your core turn on. This is our home stretch. Keep breathing. You fall out, just put a smile on your face, get back in. Just means you pushed yourself to your edge. step it back, warrior two, keeping the deep knee bend. Find your warrior two, just for a beat. Reach it forward and reverse it. My front leg stays bent. My hips stay low. Holding here. Now this one is very easy for your knee to turn in. Push it out, open up through your hip, and then give a little gaze. Can you see your big toe? Perfect. My side body on this one is definitely stiffer. I can't reach back as far, but that's okay. Stiffer, more stiff, either way. Not as flexible as the other side. Tuck your hips under, squeeze through that core, and then side angle. So you know where you are. Last one, so you extend it as far as you can, straight line from your fingertips down to your ankle, or if you're ready to up it up, both arms, squeeze and hold. This is it, final bit of work. You got it. Breathe, we're not here long. It's not as long as the other ones. If you need to set it down, retuck, but don't straighten your leg. And then just rejoin us. For 3, for 2, for 1, all the way down, step it back. Last chance for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here. And then send your heels both to one direction. And still press back. Feeling a different stretch through the outer edge of that leg, your awesome IT band that stabilizes you throughout. And over to the other side. Excellent. Back to center. Drop those knees down, find yourself into child's pose. Either arms reaching energetically forward or round them back. Slowly making your way up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. We'll end with one big inhale. Arms come down, around and up. We meet at the top. Hands come to heart center. As always, I thank myself for showing up, and you should do the same. Thanks for joining me in that yoga-ish style strength today. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Go have a great day.